Hi guys, today I'm reviewing The Stolen Earth and Journey's End. It's one of them big epic two-parters that Doctor Who sometimes did. Towards the end of a series they always tend to do a two-parter. Well, this one's a really epic one. It was directed by Graham Harper, who's a brilliant director. He did The Caves of Androzani, that brilliant one of Peter Davison where he regenerates. So he did a brilliant job with this one. The reason why it's so epic is because it uses characters from the other spin-off shows, Torchwood and the Sarah Jane Adventures, as well as the character of Billie Piper. Rose Tyler pops up. So it all gets concluded, the storylines of this season. And it's a return of Davros, who's brilliant in it, and the Daleks are evil. So it was sort of like Russell T Davies's last story, apart from the 5 specials that he did after it. So he wanted it to have a big climax, and it does. It is really good. I have to admit I prefer The Stolen Earth better, part 1, than Journey's End, the second part, part 2. The Stolen Earth I'd class as brilliant. I'd give that part a 10 out of 10. I just have a few issues with the second part that lets the story down a bit, but I'll get to them later. So Davros is trying to create this reality bomb. He has to have 27 planets in a certain position to start the bomb off, and he's wanting to destroy all reality. That's why Rose pops up, because she's from a different reality, a little bit in the future. She knows what's going to happen, so that's why throughout the season she was keep coming back trying to meet the Doctor to tell him what was going to happen. The Stolen Earth has some brilliant moments. I especially like how the characters all have a part to do. I was especially surprised by how good Elisabeth Sladen was as Sarah Jane. She's always been good, but in this story she really delivers the goods. There's a scene where she's crying when the Daleks are invading Earth. She's holding on to Luke and she's like heartbroken. It's a really epic scene that. She did really well. You also get characters like Mickey and Harriet Jones and Jackie Tyler. All these little incidental characters pop up and they've all got moments. Especially like Wilf. He's really good, by Bernard Cribbins. I thought he was excellent in it. There's a really good scene where there's Daleks flying around in Germany and they're talking in a German language. It's really symbolic of how the Daleks represent the Nazis. I really thought that scene was really good. Another thing I like with Dalek stories, I like the Supreme Dalek, because his voice is deeper than the others and it's a lot more menacing. The Daleks are also proper evil bastards in this. They exterminate the family. They're trying to sort of like change all the people, harvest them. It's really creepy at times and dark. So Doctor Who's at its best when it does stuff like that, dark moments. Probably the highlight of the episode though has to be the cliffhanger. It's probably the best cliffhanger they did actually. When you watch it, when I watched it live when it was broadcast, Doctor Who was at its peak viewing wise, and it was winning awards and stuff. And because people knew this was David Tennant's, he was getting towards the end of his era, and when they watched the cliffhanger they actually thought the Doctor was going to regenerate, because he gets hit by a Dalek and he manages to get inside the TARDIS, and the usual thing happens where he glows like that. And there wasn't a trailer for next week's episode. It just said to be continued, and it was really clever that they did that. It gave a sign that something had happened, and I remember the audiences and stuff were talking about it all week, wondering, was he really regenerating or was it a bluff? And even me, I thought, nah, you can't regenerate because he's in next week and stuff like that, but you weren't quite sure. So we were really on edge waiting for part 2. Excellent cliffhanger that. Then we get to part 2, Journey's End. Now, I do have issues with that part. I still like it. It's still a good episode, but it sort of patch off the first part. For a start, it's disappointing that after the Doctor, David Tennant's supposed to be regenerating, he somehow, I don't know how he does it, but he makes the regeneration energies go out of his fingers into his hand that he's got in a case, and he managed to heal himself in the process without having to regenerate. Oh man, it's things like that the right doing rules, you know. Like, he's never done that before, so why didn't he not do it other times when he was going to regenerate, like get all the energy out of his fingers somewhere? It's I know it's to do with the plot and everything, but it's still a bit of a naff beginning. Another thing with the second part is the characters don't all quite have anything as much to do in it. There's some characters that have hardly anything to do. Gwen and Yanto have nothing to do. Luke's just in his house. K9 pops up but has no to do. So there's it's not all that effective somehow. The dialogue as well, it doesn't seem quite as good somehow in this story. The worst thing about this episode for me, and it really gives it a downer for me, is when Donna becomes the Dr. Donna and she stops the Daleks by flicking a few switches. This happens quite often in Doctor Who stories towards the end. He either uses his sonic screwdriver to stop everything, or there's like a ridiculous explanation how he manages to stop villains and things like that. So this is like a classic example of ending a story. It's a shame. I thought as much though at the time. It was so epic and big, all these Dalek fleets destroying planets and things like that. But to conclude it by just flicking a few switches and stuff, it spoilt the story for me somewhat, I thought. Also, I like the character of Rose, and it was good to see her arc finish where she goes off with the double Doctor, although it was a bit cringy at times, but it's still nice to see it end that way. The best bit was Donna's conclusion where the Doctor wipes her memory and takes her home to see Wilf, and when she's at home it's good how she doesn't remember anything. When the Doctor's gone, all he gets is a "oh hi, yeah, bye," that sort of ending. Thought that was really effective. And Wilf was excellent right at the end where he's talking to the Doctor at his door. Looks like he's going to cry and everything. Thought that was excellent, that. So, overall, A Stolen Earth was much better than A Journey's End. Like, if I was doing marks out of 10 each episode, I'd give A Stolen Earth 10 out of 10 because it was that good. However, Journey's End, I'd only give, I'd be generous and give it 8 out of 10. So overall, if I combine the two scores, I'll give the two-parter a 9 out of 10. That's a really good score, but we do give it bones out of 10.
I thought it was a load of bloody bollocks, the ending. All you did was flick a few bloody switches and kill the bloody Daleks.
Okay, folks, bye.